Okay, right, this will be an interesting one. All right. Come on, Konica. We're going 2-colour. I don't know whether we're going to go straight for the 2-colour. We're going to start in full colour to make this image look, to optimise this image before we jump into 2-colour, so to speak. Size-wise, it's got to go up. It's going to be more than 400%, so I'm going to have to make a master copy for this. So now I'm just having to, this is an old clear plastic sticker that I pulled off, I think it was off a streetlight pole. Oh no, it wasn't, it was off a bollard. And this sticker just tore, it just ripped, so I didn't get the whole sticker, so you've only got part of the sticker. Instead, you don't get to see the full sticker, unfortunately. But we're trying to make the most of this fragment of a sticker. It's just a fragment. I just couldn't tear that. I think it was deteriorated quite badly, so it shouldn't surprise us that this sticker didn't come off altogether. I just decided to keep this piece and concentrate on that. So now we're just going to we're going to leave cyan, we're going to drop cyan out. We're going to basically strip cyan. We just want yellow, magenta and black. We don't need any cyan, so we're just going to make it, see how it goes. Right. Okay, what is it? It is a sticker fragment. You can see the edge there where it tore off, just there. Yeah, but it looks good as is, so we can make something interesting out of it. So we're just going to put that up there, and it's going to be enlarged 400%. So we're just going to slide it into the corner. Like this lovely piece of coloured paper. I've got a pad of this in a few different colours, so I can use, this can be used to make dual colour jobs out of originals like this, for example. So let's see if we've made this look good. Okay, out it comes. Well, that looks interesting. The background yellow has gone, but we still have yellow, oddly enough, in the hand. That's very strange. I thought we would have had a yellow background. I don't know how the yellow dropped out. It must have been the background remove, because I used background removal, and background removal I think mainly deals with yellowed originals. Now I'm thinking this is not quite close to the edges I wish I had made it, so I'm going to have to this looks quite nice as is. I'm actually thinking I don't need to I wish I had I'm going to try and stick the sticker close to the edge of this paper, so just bear with me as I do that. I don't want to have to overlap it off the edge of the glass, so I'm just going to stick that closer to the edge and just fix that back in place, and hopefully it'll look better this time round. So the sticker's just in the top left as usual, and we're just going to drop our dot feeder, and I like the look of that actually. So I'm wondering if we're still going to do it as a dual colour job. So let's just try that again and see if I always thought that was close enough to the edge, because around the edge of your copy you always have a border. So maybe it's less, the borders, well, whatever. Anyway, I fucked up. Now it looks like it's fucking slipped off the back of the paper when I was positioning it, because it's only got such a small amount of stickiness. Like, it's just not that sticky. I'm wondering if we're just going to use the first version and we're just going to do some whatever. We'll just get rid of this. Oops, I just dropped it. It's going to go into the rubbish bin. I can't recycle it. We're just going to quickly play with the buttons, and we're just going to use what we've already got and enhance it. So we're going to make this our master copy. Unfortunately, we got that rough looking border, so we're just going to cover up the borders, and we're going to do some more enlargement of this. So we're just covering up the thick, especially the top border. So let's just cover that up, and we're just going to do some fine tuning. So we're now just going to take it off 400. We're going to make it, X is going to be, we're going to make X into 100, and X is going to be 112, and the vertical is going to be probably bigger, 119 we're going with for some reason. So we're going out with these sizes. We have to do some more work on this. So now we're switching ourselves to 2 colour. We're going to go black and red, black and blue, black and green, and we're going to use black and yellow as well. So we're just going to close that, and we just have to do the rest of our settings that we need to do. We're just going here, and the copy density, we're just going to center it, and the contrast is going to remain the same. I wonder if our background removal, we're going to leave it there, or we're going to just set it to standard. This will be a really interesting dual colour job that we're making up here. So we're just going to throw this over. I wanted to get rid of the borders, but let's see how this looks and see if we've got the sizing correct, as well as the setup, the colours and that shit. Okay, out it comes. This is our red. That looks really nice. I do think, I was wondering, but I think we're gonna make this into a mirror image, so it makes sense to have a little bit cut off at the top there for the mirror. I think that should do the job. So now we're just going to put that there as our first image, and our second one, we're going to make our second one back to yellow. Let's see if the yellow in this looks much different to the yellow in the original. So now we're just doing that. Okay, this is our yellow contingent. It looks a bit faded. I'm just wondering if maybe I should, or maybe I'll just leave it like that. It looks a bit faded, although the red, you can see the shades of it, so maybe it's the yellow. So now the yellow is we're going to put it this way as usual. So now this one, just wondering if I should darken it or maybe leave it at that so we can have some shading instead of just the one block of colour. So I'm wondering if we're going to do another yellow or if we're not. So we're just going to go, but yellow does tend to look a bit faded out as compared with the other colours. It's a very faint little colour. So now we're just going to make the mirror images in the cold colours. So now we've taken a sticker fragment and we're making it into something more interesting than just a normal sticker. Like, it started out as being it was quite a large sticker and it had an interesting thing on it, but it probably looks better as we're doing it. So maybe peeling this off and tearing it might have been indeed a happy accident. And this fucking machine stinks like fucking plastic, like a burning plastic smell. That's not good, folks. This machine has not been overworked. It's been underutilized, if anything. So I'm not sure what's on Konica Minolta's mind if they hear about this, but I do consider Konica Minolta makes some obviously don't do their job properly. This machine should not smell like that. It's not just the smell of toner, it smells worse than that. So folks, it's not a very good look to Konica Minolta's corporate image. I'm not happy with that. That's a very big problem. This machine could potentially catch fire for all I know. I don't know. I'm not a fucking technician. I'm not a fucking engineer. But common sense dictates. But I've got to keep making these demos, so I have to take that fucking risk. So sorry, folks. But Konica Minolta are really on the nose, literally now. But that looks good. I think now we can call it quits.